Dolly Parton is an American singer, songwriter, musician, actress, and philanthropist, known primarily as a country musician. Born the 19th of January 1946, age 79 years, Pittman Center, Tennessee, United States. Spouse, Carl Thomas, Dean, 1966, 2025. Siblings, Rachel Parton George, Stella Parton, Randy Parton. Seymour, height, 1.52 m. Parents, A.V. Lee Owens, Robert Lee Parton, Dolly Parton. Net worth, $650 million. Personal life, family. Parton is the fourth of 12 children. Her siblings are Willa Dean, David Wilburn, 1942, 2024. Coy Denver, Robert Lee Bobby. Stella Mae, Cassie Nan, Randall Houston, Randy, 1953, 2021. Larry Gerald, 1955. Twins Floyd Estelle, 1957, 2018. And Frida Estelle and Rachel Ann. Early life. Dolly Rebecca Parton was born on January 19, 1946, in a one-room cabin on the banks of the Little Pigeon River in Pittman Center, Tennessee. She is the fourth of 12 children born to A.V. Lee Carolyn, née Owens, 1923, 2003, and Robert Lee Parton Sr., 1921, 2000. Parton's middle name comes from her maternal great-great-grandmother, Rebecca, née Dunn, Whitted. Parton's father, known as Lee, worked in the mountains of East Tennessee, first as a sharecropper and later tending his own small tobacco farm and acreage. He also worked construction jobs to supplement the farm's small income. Despite her father's illiteracy, Parton has often commented that he was one of the smartest people she has ever known with regard to business and making a profit. Parton's mother cared for their large family. Her 11 pregnancies, the 10th being twins, in 20 years made her a mother of 12 by age 35. Parton attributes her musical abilities to the influence of her mother. Often in poor health, she still managed to keep house and entertain her children with Smoky Mountain folklore and ancient ballads. Having Welsh ancestors, A.V. Lee knew many old ballads that immigrants from the British Isles brought to southern Appalachia in the 18th and 19th century. A.V. Lee's father, Jake Owens, was a Pentecostal preacher, and Parton and her siblings all attended church regularly. Parton has long credited her father for her business savvy and her mother's family for her musical abilities. When Parton was a young girl, her family moved from the Pittman Center area to a farm up on nearby Locust Ridge. Most of her cherished memories of youth happened there. Today, a replica of the Locust Ridge cabin resides at Parton's namesake theme park, Dollywood. The farm acreage and surrounding woodland inspired her to write the song My Tennessee Mountain Home in the 1970s. Years after the farm was sold, Parton bought it back in the late 1980s. Her brother Bobby helped with building restoration and new construction. Parton has described her family as being dirt poor. Parton's father paid missionary doctor Robert F. Thomas with a sack of cornmeal for delivering her. Parton would write a song about Dr. Thomas when she was grown. She also outlined her family's poverty in her early songs, Coat of Many Colors, and In the Good Old Days, when times were bad. For 6 or 7 years, Parton and her family lived in their rustic, one-bedroom cabin on their small subsistence farm on Locust Ridge. This was a predominantly Pentecostal area located north of the Greenbrier Valley of the Great Smoky Mountains. Music played an important role in her early life. She was brought up in the Church of God, Cleveland, Tennessee, in a congregation her grandfather, Jake Robert Owens, pastored. Her earliest public performances were in the church. Beginning at age 6, at 7, she started playing a homemade guitar. When she was 8, her uncle bought her first real guitar. The Parton family was well fed despite their poverty, and her 2024 cookbook, Good Looking Cookin', co-written with her sister Rachel, recalls numerous family meals. After graduating from Sevier County High School in 1964, Parton moved to Nashville the next day. A music career. 1956. 1966. Early work in songwriting. Parton began performing as a child, singing on local radio and television programs in the East Tennessee area. By 10, she was appearing on the CA's Walker Show on both WIVK Radio and WBIR-TV in Knoxville, Tennessee. At 13, she was recording the single Puppy Love on a small Louisiana label, Gold Band Records, and appeared at the Grand Ole Opry, where she first met Johnny Cash, who encouraged her to follow her own instincts regarding her career. Parton's initial success came as a songwriter, having signed with Combine Publishing shortly after her arrival. With her frequent songwriting partner, her uncle Bill Owens, she wrote several charting singles during this time, including 2 top 10 hits for Bill Phillips, Put It Off Until Tomorrow, and The Company You Keep, 1966, and Skeeter Davis's number 11 hit Fuel to the Flame, 1967. Her songs were recorded by many other artists during this period, including Kitty Wells and Hank Williams Jr. She signed with Monument Records in 1965 at age 19. She initially was pitched as a bubblegum pop singer. She released a string of singles, but the only one that charted, Happy, Happy Birthday Baby, did not crack the Billboard Hot 100. Although she expressed a desire to record country material, Monument resisted, thinking her unique high soprano voice was not suited to the genre. After her composition, Put It Off Until Tomorrow, as recorded by Bill Phillips, with Parton uncredited on harmony, went to number 6 on the country chart in 1966. The label relented and allowed her to record country. Her first country single, Dumb Blonde, composed by Curly Putman, one of the few songs during this era that she recorded but did not write, reached number 24 on the country chart in 1967, followed by Something Fishy, which went to number 17. The 2 songs appeared on her first full-length album, Hello, I'm Dolly, followed by